How's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to talk about Bitcoin flipping gold and can this still happen? Now, I know that over time we've been talking about different things like, hey, can Bitcoin flip this currency or that currency? And I'm just going to really just focus on gold because I think out of every asset in the world, Bitcoin most closely resembles gold. And I want to really just kind of throw it out there. Do I still think this can happen? Now, right now, we're seeing about $70,000 Bitcoin approximately, and things are going pretty well in the Bitcoin market. Now, Bitcoin, as it kind of moves up in value, I don't know if necessarily we'll see gold actually reduce its market cap. And the reason I say that is because right now is a perfect example of kind of this playing out. And that is, right now we can see Bitcoin's market cap has been going up, but also gold's has as well. So if Bitcoin goes up to, let's just say, $1 million a coin, or it goes up to let's just say hypothetically $10 trillion market cap, will we see gold rise up to $20 trillion market cap? And so that's where I think there may be some headwinds against it flipping gold, because gold can still increase its market cap significantly too. As we've seen over the past just actually 2 weeks, gold literally hit all-time highs, and it's around a $14 trillion market cap, which is actually pretty big for gold. We haven't seen these moves in a long time. Now, I think we do need to kind of assess this, because I do think it's an important ratio. But the thing is this, what narrative do you guys think Bitcoin is taking on? Do you think it's taking on the store of value narrative, or do you think it's taking more of the medium of exchange or the transactional type narrative? Because I think it depends on who you talk to. And I think some look at it as both. That's me. I'm in the both camp. I really like using it, sending donations to Geyser or buying beer with the Bitcoin. But also I kind of look at it through the lens of gold. And do you want to part with your gold? No, you do not want to part with your gold, because gold will often be worth more in the future than it is today. So why would you want to part with it? The same exact mindset can be looked at through Bitcoin. Now, the largest allocators right now, like Michael Saylor, he's one of them. There's Larry Fink, and there's a lot of other big guys that really kind of are discussing it. If you just go on CNBC, it seems like they are actually taking more of the store of value narrative. And by store of value, that equates it more to gold than it does kind of looking at it through the Visa lens or the MasterCard or the Discover. It's kind of going down the gold narrative, digital gold narrative. Now, just like looking at both assets, let's really try to assess that. Like, what does make gold so special? What makes Bitcoin so special? And gold, what makes gold so special is I think it has the longest track record. You can go back hundreds and thousands of years, and gold was used as a medium of exchange. And still today, it is a pretty shiny rock. It is something to be sought after and desired. And it does have recognizability across a lot of people. And furthermore, people do make this case, if the internet were to go down, you can still transact with it, right? So there are certain things where I'm like, okay, let's be honest, that's a true case. But, I think as we move forward into this digital realm and things get more and more kind of digitized, we need to actually look at things through another lens. And that is, how can you transact digitally across time and space permissionlessly and through a way that we're actually seeing absolute scarcity? Because as gold's price goes up, they just mine more of it. And so we do see like a small inflation rate of a couple percent of gold per year. Same with silver. So they can always mine more of it. What if they found an asteroid? What if they found a mine in Africa that held hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars of gold, the price would drop. So the thing is this, when it comes to these two assets, like what makes these so special, I think it just depends on what you're using it for. But I do find Bitcoin to have more special qualities and traits than gold because of the ability to, you can, it's borderless. You don't need to say it every single time. Like, what if you're getting ripped off? If you're selling gold to a pawn shop or someone, or you're buying it and it's really tungsten or something else, do you have the proper equipment? I can't see in the future going to Fry's or going to your grocery store, gas station, your sports bar, and I can't see you handing the person a piece of gold, because how can they verify that it's real, right? And even if they could, not everyone would be able to. And then then they're like, okay, well, we don't want someone carrying gold around because it's really valuable. So let's create paper on top that represents the claim to the gold. Well, then we're just back on the fiat standard that we've been in. So if you really look at it, like the gold standard, I think it did a good job in the past. Like, it was the best we had, but it's not the future. It's not the future because at the end of the day, it was something that we had to take our way out of it. And governments naturally will move off of a gold standard when they get the opportunity to, because they are always looking to debase over time. And you can just look out throughout all of history, they're always looking to debase more and more. So here's the next thing. What are the certain hesitations of groups or individuals to adopt Bitcoin? And, I think there are groups that do not want to adopt it, and this will hold back it from taking over the market cap of gold. Gold is common in India and the Middle East. It's common in all over those places. Bitcoin is really not that common in parts of India, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq. Like, those are the areas where it is seldom used, but gold is heavily influenced in those areas. So I think, like, if there needs to be some sort of group or individual that needs to see the value in it over there. And obviously with a religious angle, they don't like Bitcoin for some reason. And I think that's another thing that needs to be looked at and addressed. So the thing is this, I find gold to be a decent, it's better than fiat, right? I'll put it that, it's better than fiat. But gold still has that inflation rate I was recently talking about. Bitcoin has a disinflation rate to 0% until the year 2140. So we're gonna see right now the inflation rate is about 1.9. As the halving goes on, you're going to see 0.8%, 0.4%, 0.2%, 0.1%, and it'll go down and down until there's essentially no inflation rate at all. So do I think it will be, what do I think it'll be by what year? Well, hey, not financial advice. This is my least favorite part about talking about Bitcoin, because people always want to hear what number they think it's going to go to and trade off of that. And people are very, people are just trying to make a quick buck. It's hard out there. I get it. But nobody knows the answers, and I don't either. I'm just another guy on the internet. But what do I think it'll go to and when? Well, I don't hold the crystal ball, but I do think by the year 2030, I think we can see it going to approximately, I actually think it could flip $700,000 by then. That gives it 6 more years about. Wow, it's already 2024. But I think it could hit 700,000 easily by the year 2030. Now, there could be a pullback that year. We could be in a deep bear market, or we could be more than double that. I don't know. But I do think if it does hit that, that's at that price of 700K, if gold doesn't appreciate its market cap, it will overtake gold around that time. So I do think, though, over time, we need to be honest about our situation. It is still early, right? It is still very early. A lot of people are still trying to figure this asset out. And to say it's going to flip gold in a year or 2 or 3 or 4 years, it's not going to happen. In my opinion, it could. I don't think so. But I think over time, we're going to start to see it really eat away at that percentage. And maybe it'll get to 60%, 70%, 80% of gold's market cap. Then we're going to see the real fun happen. But until it gets to that 60% range, I'm not, it's not something I'm paying too close attention to. But overall, what do you guys think? Do you guys think Bitcoin can flip gold one day? And if so, do you think it's something that will have crazy implications on the future of finance in the world? Anyways, I really enjoyed this one. If you liked it, share it. Feel free to stream some sats. Feel free to click the link, and I will leave you guys and see you guys in the next one.